Hi guys, my name is Savin Chauke. I'm a writer and I'm a speaker and above all, I'm an engineer. Today I'm back with another video and in this particular one, I want to talk about the importance of friendship because it's something that has saved my life, literally so. People always talk about, you know, uh, blood is thicker than water and, the importance of friendship. Actually there's a verse in the book of Proverbs where it says, actually the faith actually the wounds or the kisses of your friends are better than the kisses of your enemy. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is what I just stated, to say that how important is friendship, and should we cultivate it, especially given the disintegration and the way modern life tried to build structures and how things have been going, So, first of all, I'm so blessed and I'm so privileged that there are people who are willing to hang around me, and I can call those people friends. So, I don't want to talk about this, but I think like it's a very good opportunity for me to pay this respect. So, um, since 2005 up until now, I've known one person which I've been close more than like almost everyone that I've been in my life, which is my cousin. And people tend to think that either we are friends or we are born from the same mother, which both the same things is not true. We are not. We actually just hang out together, and we've been doing this for the past 22 years. We've been going up and down together. We've been going to his house to clean. We've been going to my house to clean. We've been going to his house to bath. We've been going to my house to bath. It's kind of like I've been wearing his clothes, he has been wearing my clothes. It's kind of like we've been doing the very same thing for the past 22 years. And it's been very incredible. I really appreciate him. And it's something that whenever me and him, we never kind of, because he's very, he's not a very affectionate person. So we never sit down and we talk about our relationship, like how cool we've been and the things that we have done together, etc. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to reflect on that 22 years as well, to say, we've been kind of like cool together. But today, that's not what I want to talk about, because I mean, I've known so many people in my life. I've been friends with like some people for the past 14 years. I've been friends with some people for the past 22 years. I've been friends with some people for the past whatsoever. I still have friends who we went to preschool together. One of my friends was getting married last year. It's one guy that we we have known each other from day one. From grade R, and we've moved like throughout the ranks and the high schools. We went through different high schools and went different universities. Still reconnected, still became friends, and we're still friends still to this day. So I wanted to kind of like try to break down, is friendship important? We should cultivate it. Looking at modern life, what should we do with friendship? Obviously, I spoke about this last year to say, we have started to cultivate this thing of friendship in a very large, better, important scale. We have seen the friend mass, which is kind of like the new concept that people are building to say, as friends can come together during Christmas. It's something that people have decided to do. Now, um, for me, to just step back, I just want to appreciate the beauty of friendship, because, I mean, your friend is probably somebody that knows everything about you and they still like you to begin with. So you have told them the bad things, you have told them the good things, you have celebrated with them, you probably maybe fought at some point of your life, you had some disagreement, you did not agree on certain things, but you still reconciled, came together, did things together, life moved on, you fought some point, didn't have agreement on certain things, but you still moved on. So, I think there's kind of like the level of progression that happens in your life as a human being, which is number one person that you will never be able to share the vulnerability that you can never do with anybody else is your mom, right? So the person that give birth to you, like, they stay with you, they clean you, they feed you. That's the highest level of vulnerability, because I mean, coming to think about it, it's like this person, you came out of this person, and now this person, you are now sharing the outer world together, and then now you are, residing in this environment, and you're interacting, and you're teaching each other, and you're grooming each other. That's number one, which is your mom, right? Now, number two then becomes your friends, because now what then happens is that your mom raises you to, or introduces you to, the undiscovered world, right? You remember you used to live inside of her, but now you are living outside of her. So she's introducing you to this world that you don't know. So she teaches you manners, she teaches you all the morals and standard ethics and code. She teach you all of these things of how this game is played called life, right? Now, in the process of her teaching you that, you now get introduced to a second level of a group, which is kind of your friends, right? Yeah, you do have your family, so that you stay with and whatsoever. But when it comes to level of vulnerability, you are always more going to be more vulnerable to your friends. Tell them what you stole at home. Tell them what your mom said. Tell them like all of this type of things, right? So this is kind of like the second level of vulnerability. Now, then you will get to your third level of vulnerability, which is like what most people like they don't like, or people are starting to not like so much, which is the level of marriage. So when you're married, nobody will ever know you more than the person that you're married to. They know your habits, they know when you get up, they know when you're upset, they know what you like, they know what you eat, they know how you dress, they know like kind of like 95% of you. Obviously, there are certain things that will remain unknown to them, during the course of your existence, and so forth and so on. But the point that I'm trying to address here is the level of vulnerability that you go through before you can be able to conclude like your existence in the world. Now, let me not digress to what I want to speak about. So, when you've got all of this type of level, now there's this level of friendship, and you know, this is why even when you are married to someone, they'll actually say that marry someone that is your friend, or marry your friend, as they'll rephrase it. Because there's kind of like the most important thing that happens in friendship is that there's a level of acceptance of one's vulnerability that maybe we somehow struggle to get in any relationship in the world. It's kind of like, yes, you can tell your mom about these things, but you kind of like feel shameful to tell your mom, you're ashamed to tell your spouse. But this level in the middle, which is the friendship part, it's the level that offers you like so much thing that you can able to do with your life. So if you have any friends and you really, 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 really want to sustain your life, I think that's something that you need to value the most. In all the difficult times of my life, I think the most important thing that has really kept me going, it's my friends. They're the one who checks up on me, like, are you okay? And to be honest with you, sometimes it's not just them checking up on me, just to be around them, because as I always say, that sanity is an outsourced thing. You outsource sanity. It's not something that you're always going to have. It's not something that you're always going to be with it. It's something that you outsource. So which means that people around you ask you like, are you okay? How is it going? You look so down. So it's them like now broadcasting the signals. It's like, are you okay? Are you well? How is it going? How was yesterday's meeting? So your sanity is not the result of you being able to control your mind or to control yourself. It's actually a result of you being around other people that helps you to keep you sane. So as a friendship, I think that there are four things that makes a very great friendship, which is number one, it's vulnerability. That's something that I've always spoken about. Being able to be in a friendship space where you can able to be yourself, not just about telling people how you feel, but being able to be yourself. Where you don't have to act, where you don't have to pretend. I think that's number one. And number two, I think it's love. Being in a position where you are being appreciated, accepted, and being loved for who you are. Because, for all of us, there's some flaws. So that's what the purpose of love is. And number third, it's that you need to be in a space of truth. Friendship is about truth, where, you don't say things that you don't agree or you don't believe just so that you can able to fit in. But if you are able to be in a space where you can stay to your truth and you will still be accepted, you'll still be loved, I think that is one of the great ingredients of great friendship. And obviously, the last one will probably for me will be caring, being able to care for each other, being able to care for one another, your well-being, everything around you, wanting to see your friends succeed. Because I think like it's one thing that I've really practiced the most in my life, to say I want my friend to succeed. Why? For a very selfish reason. Because I believe that with what I've seen with my friends is that when they succeed more, they want to pull me up. And when I succeed, I want to pull my friends up, because there's a level of maturity in life that you reach, and you get to realize that a lot of things in life, they get enjoyed or they become nice when they're shared. And that's kind of like one thing that I've realized. So with that said, I want to urge you to build that strength, to build that friendship. You don't have to build friends with 100 people. You don't have to be friends with like 20 people. You can actually just have one friend, and that's it. Just one friend, and that's it. And you can have two people, and that's it. So the most important thing here is just to be within those spaces that can able to recognize your greatness, and to also simulate your sanity. Because for you to be sane, you need to be in a spaces where you can be yourself, and where people can genuinely care about you, and they ask you, how are you doing, how are you feeling, and you can truly express how you feel without being judged. Because the fear of being judged is what makes people to lie, and lying is what prolongs the problem. So as you're going to building your relationship and your friendship going forward, I wish you well. Friendship is a beautiful thing. I've seen it. It has kept me sane. If there's really one thing that has really, 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 really held me up, whether it's in academic life or whether in a social life, it's the friends. Friends has really came through for me. And I really believe that what I believe about my friends, it's something that they believe about me. And I want to keep on building this thing. I want to keep on nurturing the relationship. And that's the one thing that I urge you to do as well. Keep on nurturing your friendship, keep on making sure that they are okay, because one day you'll be so low that no one can pull you up except your friends. See you on the next one. Cheers.